Hello, good morning, Facebook. It is Bill, the knee pain guru. Good morning. And today we are going to talk about why skinny people have knee pain. I hear this quite frequently as the reason why people have knee pain is because of their weight. If a person is overweight, they will say the reason that they have knee pain is because they have extra pressure on their joints. And for every pound overweight they are, it's an extra like 4 pounds worth of force on the knee joint every time the person steps. So there's this blaming of the weight as the reason why the person has knee pain. Well, here's an interesting piece. And if you think about this, it makes sense. If you don't think about it, it doesn't make sense. There are big people that have knee pain. There are big people that don't have knee pain. There are skinny people that have knee pain, and there are skinny people that don't have knee pain. So it's one of these things that the source of the pain is not the weight. It doesn't matter if you're heavy or if you're light. Now, that's not to say weight can't contribute to it, but it's not the source. It's not the reason why the body's experiencing pain. Which leads us to the next question. Why does the body have knee pain, or why does the pain happen? And it comes, the source of all knee pain, as long as nothing is broken or torn, which means if you have knee pain, you've gone to your doctor, had your doctor check it out, and there's not a torn meniscus, there's not a torn ligament, there's nothing mechanically wrong with the knee. We're only talking about pain, strictly pain. Don, it's just, sometimes you're not allowed to comment anymore, Don. Okay. The source of all pain is irritation of the nerves. That's it. So you have tiny little nerves the width of an eyelash in your knee being squeezed, sending a signal to your brain that you have knee pain. When you get the pressure off of those nerves, what ends up happening is it creates a tiny little space and causes relief around. Don, that may be your browser, because it seems to be working on my end as far as the video going. For those that are joining, if you have questions about what's going on with your knees, have questions about the body in general, feel free to ask. I'm totally good with it. So we get the pressure off the nerves in the knee, and here's the cool part, is the body is a series of interconnected pulleys and levers. So if your knee hurts, you protect the knee, you bend the knee, you pull the hip up, it affects the lower back, the tension shifts in the body to the other side of the hip, more pressure goes down into the other leg, putting more pressure on the foot, on the knee, the hip, the lower back. The tension shifts up into the shoulders as you're more afraid to fall. So this compensation pattern happens throughout the entire body. And the more we protect the knee, the more the irritation of the nerve happens, causing more pain. And so it's this cascade effect that goes throughout the entire structure. So by creating comfort in the knee, relaxing the tension in the nerves in the knee, what ends up happening is we reverse that cascade effect throughout the rest of the body. So this, technically, it's called tensegrity structure. You can look that up if you like. Tensigrity, tensegrity structure. Made popular by Buckminster Fuller, systems theory in business. You could also, it's a bicycle wheel. It's a geodesic dome. It's the same concept. However, when we take it to the body, and how the body works is this tension and stress, as the body's protecting one part and it translates to the rest of the body, we can reverse that process by creating comfort in one part of the body. And you can say it's the knee, you can say it's the hips or lower back, You can say it's the jaw or neck, whatever it is. We can begin to reverse that process by engaging the tensegrity structure, shifting the body from a fight or flight state, which is tensing up, to a rested and relaxed state. And what this does is this reverses the process of that tension and stress that builds up our entire life. And the really interesting part is when they describe that tension and stress that builds up our entire life, how do we describe it? That's old age. That's just what happens because we get older, and it just isn't the case. There is flexibility and mobility to be gained, strength to be gained throughout our entire life. It doesn't have to be the way we've been. It's like a story that we've been, we buy into because everyone else in society is doing it. So we think, well, that's just how it's supposed to be. And it's just not the case. Okay. Any questions? Anyone that's here, you have questions, please feel free. You may be on the other side of the screen down below this. Ask your questions, your comments. I'm finding my skinny clients don't have enough fat, nutrients, and collagen to repair soft tissue and cartilage and reduce inflammation. Now, there's an interesting piece, Don. I would definitely agree with you there. There is, I would look at a water component, the body's ability to absorb all of those things because they don't have enough water. I mean, it's kind of like chicken or egg kind of thing. Increasing water intake, if the body doesn't have the nutrients to actually absorb the water that it is taking in, then it can't absorb the water. It needs a certain amount of sodium to move the water from outside of the cell to inside of the cell. So I'd be curious. I have a couple of articles on my website, about the original Gatorade as well as bone broth in terms of incorporating that to address all those things. Thanks, JT. In terms of incorporating for the soft tissue repair, the bone broth is going to have sea salt in it, things like that. A lot of it is because the pesticide and GMO aspect causing poor digestion. That's why I get most clients off of gluten and dairy. Yeah, totally agree. That sets up the conditions. Have you looked at the book, Broth Has Collagen? Yeah, absolutely. Have you looked at the book by Rob Wolf, Wired to Eat? Because that has, I mean, definitely gluten and dairy. It's removing all of that inflammatory foods. Oh, yeah, Rob's got some great stuff out there. That's fantastic. And it's a very inexpensive approach to be able to remove yourself from those, those inflammatory foods, resetting the gut, and then moving forward from there in terms of adding one food back at a time to see which one affects the body. That's fantastic. So I think there's a huge amount of value in what he has to share. And yeah, there's actually 90% of my clients see awesome results in 3 to 4 weeks. Yep. I'm curious as to what, because there's this place where I incorporate the nutritional component, but I don't, that's not my area of expertise. Though I have personal experience with that. My thing is around creating comfort in the joint by getting the pressure off of the nerves. And then all that other stuff kind of falls into place because the body's not in as much pain anymore. I'm curious if there was a combination of what you're doing and what I'm doing in terms of moving clients to a place of results faster. I'm all about that, which is really cool. The only challenge with faster results is having the mindset to keep up with those changes. If you change things too fast in the body in a short period of time, then what ends up happening is the nervous system resists the change. And when it resists the change, then what can end up happening is you can get great results in a short period of time, but it's not sustainable. And then clients kind of end up back in the same place that they just got out of. And then they're like, your program didn't work. And it's like, it's not that the program didn't work, but there is a hardwiring that we all have which resists the change, and because it feels new and unusual and all of that. Welcome those that are just joining us. If you have questions about knees, pain in the body, please ask questions and I will be more than happy to address them. I don't have a whole lot more for today. I am going to be preparing for a couple of calls that I have later today. One is my Quit Your Quack program. It's a 6-week program that works on Facebook just like this. We use videos in my members area to address what you have going on with your knees as well as the rest of your body, and then I give feedback based on that. And if you're just hearing what I have to say, you think it's cool, like it, subscribe to my channel, forward it to your friends. The friends that I'm referring to, the specific friends that I'd like you to forward this to, are the ones that you see limping. Those will be the ones that you would want to send this video to. That would be good to do, as those are the ones that need it the most and would need to hear the message that I have to share. Other than that, let's see. More comments. We need each other. Okay, Matthew. Matt, we should talk. I saw about the physical therapy thing, the letter you got back, and there's also lots of stuff that can be done online. I'm not a big fan of the conventional approach in any way, shape, or form. Not that it doesn't work, but there's this limitation to it. And I believe that there are lots of things that can be done outside of that context that help people based on what they need. So, sure. Yeah, let's set up a time to talk. Shoot me an email, bill@thekneepainguru.com. I'll put it in the bill@kneepainguru.com. And what I'll do is I'll send you a link. We'll set up a time to chat and see what we could brainstorm. That would be kind of fun. Okay, Don says, I'm using Rife plus diet, supplements, and seeing an increase of healing by up to tenfold. If the building materials are there, I can increase the energy that uses optimizing frequencies to generate healing. Yep, frequency and vibration. That's all what it boils down to. Letting go of the tension and stress in the body increases the frequency and vibration. However you get there, however you do it, do it. And, it depends on how you want to relate to it. It's either fear or love. That's it. Only two emotions. If you're not going towards one, you're going towards the other. So by creating comfort in the body, you actually shift the neurological state and allow the vibrational increase to happen on its own. So I'm all about being able to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel. Let's see. And I will see you tomorrow. If you have any topics that you'd like to hear or talk about, please email, put it in the comments section. I'll see that, and then I'll address those topics on future videos. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.